This is what could happen in Season 12 of The Walking Dead, as we saw in the previous video about the reasons for a Season 12. In this video, we analyze what is going to happen. We already saw that the Civil Republic has every chance of being the reason that unites all the spin-offs in one last season. But how? You can make the antagonist group of Daryl Dixon be connected to the Civic Republic, or their variants somehow get out of control, causing these characters to return to the United States since France is uninhabitable. In this case, the main antagonist would be this new variant, but there's no way to unite Dead City. And worse, if the series happens 5 years later, it's too long a time to try to tie it with something. If the Civic Republic is what will unite everything, it should at least have some appearance in one of these series. It didn't even appear in Fear the Walking Dead, and that's despite it ending its last season. I believe the final plot of The Walking Dead will develop in this way. Everyone will have to face the Civic Republic, but the variant will reach the United States, and because it's so dangerous, the groups will have to put aside their differences and face this new threat. If they do not include the runners in the final plot of The Walking Dead would be a waste, and the same goes for not including the Civic Republic. This group of antagonists literally has two series where they're the biggest danger, World Beyond and The Ones Who Live. And, well, this reminds me of the phrase, "There's content from The Walking Dead for 10 more years," that an AMC executive said 5 years ago. This stage of the spin-off is just beginning. It's most likely that at the end of the entire Walking Dead universe, it will happen in the year 2028 at the earliest. Probably more if we consider that Lauren Cohan mentioned that Dead City has material for 5 more seasons, so she is going to try to extend this moment as long as possible since, as I say, The Walking Dead is the only series that gives value to the company because they don't produce anything else. There's Breaking Bad, but there's nothing from Breaking Bad on the air right now, that is. Is a Season 12 possible? All this is possible that we'll see a Season 12. One thing is what I want, and another thing is what I think will happen. I would love for The Walking Dead to return with a Season 12 in which the universe is definitively closed with the final battle against the Civic Republic, because this would give the possibility of an event for the return of the series and another event for the final, this time definitive. And the day the 24th episode of Season 11 was shown was a very emotional day for all the Walking Dead fans, and without a doubt, that kind of emotion would resurface if the return of the series is confirmed. There would be news talking about the return of The Walking Dead, and with this, new people would come to resume the series to accompany it on its final journey. However, the spin-offs have proven to be a success for AMC both commercially and in terms of quality. Daryl Dixon and Dead City have excellent reviews, and most importantly, subscriptions to AMC+. And this is no joke. These series had more audience on the platform than The Walking Dead, which is incredible. A Season 12 would mean that this season would have to be aired by Netflix and by Star Plus worldwide, except in the United States. The other option would be to end the series with a movie, but I don't think The Walking Dead has that much audience. I'm sorry, you know I'm a big fan, but there's no way that in Latin America or other parts of the world, they'll get the necessary audience to fill cinemas, for example. It doesn't have to be aired by AMC+, since in that case, why would people from the United States go to the cinema if they can watch it at home? And if it can't be put on streaming, then people from the rest of the world who are not from the United States have no way of seeing it, unless it's in a country where a cinema wants to venture to show The Walking Dead. Therefore, the only way it makes sense to end this whole story is with another new series. As I said, this isn't the idea I like, it's not what I want, but it's what I see could happen. And by the way, in this video, I've talked too much about the points of the story, the Civic Republic, the variant, and the runners, but I'm ignoring what most people want to see, the reunion between Rick and the rest of his family. Obviously, the series has to end with Rick reuniting with Daryl, Michonne, Rick Jr., Judith, and everyone he left when he left the series in Season 9, Episode number 5. The fact that they're looking for what happened to Rick is something that as of today, Michonne, Daryl, and Morgan are doing in 3 different series. There's no way that there won't be a reunion, since if they don't do it, the ending won't be satisfactory because they've already established this fact at various moments. In a potential future season of The Walking Dead, viewers could find themselves immersed in a gripping conflict as Rick Grimes, Daryl Dixon, and their fellow survivors confront the enigmatic Civic Republic. With the true agenda of the Civic Republic gradually unveiled, Rick and their allies might lead a desperate struggle for freedom and autonomy against the organization's oppressive rule. What begins as scattered acts of defiance may evolve into a widespread rebellion, as survivor factions, led by Michonne, Carol, and Maggie, among others, band together to challenge the dominance of the Civic Republic. Against a backdrop of epic battles and strategic maneuvers, the season could explore the complexities of leadership, morality, and sacrifice in a world overrun by the undead. Amidst the chaos of war, Rick and his companions could grapple with profound psychological and emotional challenges, as leaders are forced to make difficult choices, and individuals like Negan and Judith confront their own moral compass. Alliances could be tested and loyalties questioned, but as you already know, all this is just speculation. We don't know if any of this will happen, so I prefer to stay with the good things, and that is the spin-off that they are releasing for now and are re-engaging the fans. But now it's your turn. Do you think that a Season 12 of The Walking Dead is possible?